Bror Fredrik coming at you with another live video from my studio here in Las Vegas, and I'm excited to have you here. I hope everyone is having an absolute excellent, what is today? I lose track sometimes, just like a casino. This studio, I have no sense of day, except I do have a clock over there that says it's 5:31. Hope you're having a great Thursday. First, before I say hello to everyone, I gotta take care of a little channel business, which is, let me make sure that I'm on track here. Abso-freaking-lutely. I want to say a extremely happy birthday to Ginger Wisejohn from myself, from your husband, and from the entire Bror Nation. I hope you have the absolute most awesome birthday and many, many more to come. Sincerely from my heart, sincerely from your husband, sincerely from the entire Bror Nation. Okay, so jump on board with that. Say some happy birthdays. Let me pop on real quick. Whoa. We got some good stuff to talk about today. Let me get rid of this. What the heck are they trying to sell me now? Oh, Apple is advertising on my channel. Shout out frickin' Apple. Let me like my own video. That's how I get things started. Let me pop into the chat. We have, what do we have? 62 people. That is a good start. Let me say hello to a few people, but first, let me get a mic check. Okay, let me pop open one of these Pellegrinos. I'm down to like my last one. It kind of sucks. I'm only doing one a day, but they're getting kind of addictive. I don't know what they put in this stuff. Besides carbonation, which is supposed to be very good for you, health-wise. I got to look into exactly why, but there's something about carbonation other than in soda and pop or whatever you want to call it, but straight up carbonation is supposed to be really good for you. Also, I have my coffee on deck. I got my Las Vegas mug. We got stuffs to talk about. We need to talk about the fact that your car is spying on you, even in your bedroom activities, and I'm going to prove it without a shadow of a doubt. Then, if you stay tuned to the end, I want to show you some lovely things that a dear friend of mine gifted me, and I think we'll have a lot of fun with that too. But first, I want to say something like, Bror Fredrik coming at you live from my studio, and I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you know how to go about doing that. Super chat while I'm live, super chat, super thanks after the fact. I got all the links. I got everything from the underwear that I wear, to the books that I read, to the EDC that I carry everywhere I go, even in my car. You name it, I got it. Did anyone order any of those mossy oak multi-tools for 18 bucks? For 18 bucks, I'll get a percent if you did. So what is that, 18 cents? Score. But I do it because I love you, and you need to get one of those in your life. So I got all the Venmos, all the stuffs. I feel like I want to get even closer. Let me see. All right. How's that? Is that even better? Do you like this better? I kind of like it better, to tell you the truth. Getting all up in your grill. All right, let's see. Let's see who's here. 65 people. Private eyes are watching you. Your every move. Yeah, you are absolutely right, Maria. Diana says she's glad she does not drive. Wait till you read this. Wait till I show you this stuff. It's gonna make your head explode. Sony, Janice, Chris, Nat, and Frank. Mary Leathers, Angie. Keep them coming. Marie Bella. I think I got, yeah, okay, we're catching up here. Tom Mack. If you do indeed want to join in the chat, you don't have to be a channel member, but you do have to be a subscriber. It keeps down the weirdos, you know. There's lots of weirdos out there, so let's keep it to adult roar. And thanks to our mods for helping that happen. Pepino, Great Dane Mom, Chanel Fischel, Sean, Keith, Bubba, Carolyn. Keep them coming. Captain Dave, what's going on? All you peasants out there. I like that. Venus. Look at all those memberships next to all those names. Love those gifted memberships. And of course, the memberships, people take it upon themselves. And we are going to do a members only live stream coming on Sunday. I don't know what time. Next week is going to be pretty busy for me. I got a business trip I got to go on, which is going to bring me on the left coast. Now you know what direction I'm facing. Left coast, I got to be out there, but I'm still going to live stream, which is going to be awesome. So you're going to see some things. Hopefully I have time. I'll make time, even if it's from the hotel room, the lobby, whatever it happens to be. I'm going to be staying in a hotel, but I'm going to try to get out to see some stuffs. So you'll see Bror Fredrik outside of his environment, maybe some things you've never seen before, but I think either way, it'll be fun. Robert Reed, 40 Days to Vegas. Stewart. Keep them coming. Robert Reed, Rory. Even Captain Dave. All right, we got everyone on board. Yeah, we're getting people on board. All right, good deal, good beans, all that good stuff. So, my phone might freak out on we're going to cover some stuff. You love the studio? I appreciate that. I made a couple new changes. I don't know if you can notice them, but it's because I've been cutting these segments into various clips, and I'm noticing things that catch my eye that I have to change, I have to work on. I need the overhead cam, which is right there, doing the whole top-down activities. I am actually going to put a new lens on that I just got from Amazon, picked it up this morning. It's not an autofocus, but it'll be of greater focus, and I could have it up a little higher than this stuff. Trust me, there's always stuff because I'm nuts like that. Are you coming to Bro, are you coming to AC? Atlantic City? No, this week I got to hit up the West Coast. I'm going to be there, I think, 3 days. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possibly Friday, but I don't think so. But you're going to come to the West Coast with me, and we're going to be doing California. It'll be fun. You know how I like to have fun when I get to leave Las Vegas. I'm going to take you with me, and we're going to have a whole adventure. Trust me. I'm going to have an adventure, but you're going to be witnesses to it. It is business, however, but I'll still make the time to bust with some live streams, and I'd love to come to the East Coast eventually, too. Where am I going? Well, I'm going to California. Not going to say where until I get there, because quite frankly, having a little bit of issues with the short-term timing for some hotel rooms, but I got some lined up right now. Isn't it absolutely amazing? I can get a hotel room in California in a nice, decent place, not the Marriott, but a decent place for about the same cost as some of the resort fees that you find here in Las Vegas, which absolutely freaking blows my mind. Blows my mind. Laren's in the house. Laren's on the West Coast. Okay, I think we covered that. There's a couple of things I did want to talk about, Vegas related, before we get into it. Let me wet my whistle some more. I should get a sponsorship from these people. Where are they located? Is there an 800 number on there? 1-800, sponsor me, because I need more and this shit ain't cheap. Okay, in case you haven't heard, in Vegas-related news, before we get into what your car is up to, sneaky-ass car, is some of you have probably heard already that the Bellagio first decided when, because they're going to put up bandstands, grandstands in front of uh, the fountains for F1. We all know that. We all knew it was coming. They have trees there. Some of those trees are almost 25 years old. They've been there for a long, long time. I remember when they were, little saplings like this with the pieces of hose around it with the wire and everything. That's how long they've been there. First, they said, oh, we're going to move them, which they could have done. Because if you notice around the trees, they have these metal grades that pick up and allow access to the root system and to the trunk. And they do have machinery, agricultural or horticultural machinery, that they can go in. It plops down. It has like spades, big giant ass spades on all four sides, and it goes there, gets the root ball, yanks it up. But the trees are a little too mature to do that. That's what I was thinking, without damaging everything. Maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong, but someone in their infinite wisdom said, F it, just hack them down. We're making so much money off this, just frickin' hack them down. We'll plant some seedlings, or we'll just leave it. I mean, who cares about the trees? It makes a better view for the fountains anyway. In someone's thinking, they were probably too large anyway, because if you notice, they do block the view from across the street and from the properties across the street too, of the actual fountains. So someone made the command decision. They were like, Bafango, hack them. They got out there with some, with some husky chainsaws and just cut them down. They cut them down. And then what they said is, hey, we're environmentally friendly. What we did, don't worry. Excuse me. They said, don't worry. All you environmental people out there, we got something for you too. Guess what we did? Don't worry. We ground them all into mulch. So they're still contributing to the community and to the environment, and shut the F up. So yeah, that's what they decided to do. So those trees are gone. I have not seen it yet. I will probably get to see, well, we'll see it together on Saturday night, because I'm going to go live from the Strip on Saturday night. But we'll go see the front of the Bellagio with no trees. They freaking hacked them. I mean, straight up hacked them. I don't think they did any stump grinding on them, but they probably will have to, because, little shit's going to grow for them. But I'm curious to see what the naked sidewalk looks like. It might provide more room for egress, because that was, on a positive note, I got to make a positive note, that was sort of turning into a choke point. As those trees got bigger and the limbs got lower, people were funneled from the entire width down to about 2/3 of what it used to be. So it might give people a little more room to roam. It'll probably give those idiots with those spinny things and the loud music more opportunity to just be obnoxious, So I don't know, maybe people are going to set up the tarot card readings where the trees used to be. Sad. It is what it is. Someone in their infinite wisdom just thought it would be better to hack them down than to relocate the dang things. So yeah, and in other Vegas news, the last of the Vegas news that I want to talk about is the fact that a Aria executive got arrested. What? You don't hear about that too often. But what he got arrested for, well, I don't know if it was a he or a she. I'm assuming it's a he. Men are bad. Couldn't have been a woman. So I'm going to say he. I don't know. Let's just say they. Okay, let's go with they. They were giving room credits and room refunds to customers or things that didn't necessarily exist or need to be, and funneling it back to his own personal credit card. So he'd do a room refund, he, she, they, do a room refund, and put it back on his own credit card. I don't think that was scalable, and I don't think that was sustainable. I mean, how long? They must have been desperate. Maybe I can't speak for the person, but there's got to be something more to what was going on in this individual's personal life because you know you're going to get busted. You know you're going to get busted. You're $700,000 worth of refunds back to his card. So I don't know the time frame, whether it was a month, whether it was a year, maybe it was 10 years, maybe it was 15 years, maybe it was since it was open. And he would, he'd put it back on the card, he'd go buy an Xbox, put it back on the card, go buy a diamond ring, put it back on the card, buy his old lady a dress, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the scam was, but how did he not think he was going to get caught? That's nuts. Just like the dude who tried to counterfeit one of their chips. He counterfeited an Aria chip and was able to cash it for the tune of a big $500, and now he's going to go to the big house. But yeah, that sucks. Reminds me, one of the only jobs I had before I started my photography business was I was in the union. I know it was New York. You get into the union, you know what I'm saying? So in the union, and I was driving a truck for Flying Tigers. Remember Flying Tigers back in the day? All right. There was a guy there who was in the union above me. We had to wear the brown uniform. They wore the silver uniform. We were in one union below. That was a great job in the grand scheme of things. I was making like $30 an hour when I was like 18, 17 or 18 years old. It was nuts. And this back in the day, not that far back, but back. What he did, he was almost ready for retirement and he was young, union pension, benefits. He made all that money because those guys, I was making 30 as an underling union guy. They were making in the mid $50. This is going back 30 something years, right? About 30 years. Yeah, about 30 years. It's a known thing that, how will I say? Well, no, these guys aren't watching anymore. It's a known thing that at a Kennedy airport in the freight and cargo type of business, things get taxed, We used to see like a bunch of TVs come in from, at that time, Japan, right? And they would tax them. We used to see a bunch of motorcycles come in from Honda in crates. Someone would get around to taxing it. There's like 39 on the shipment. By the time it got offloaded, there'd be 37. Things just got taxed. It was just the way things operated. So he levied a tax on a TV set. And he went down, he took the TV set, put it in his truck, and he drove down to UPS or another freight company. I can't remember the story that well, but let's just call it UPS. And he shipped it to his mom's as a birthday present. And he had 2 weeks to go before he got retired. And he got freaking busted. Because that's like, they were cracking down. I mean, it wasn't in the Lufthansa heist days from Goodfellas, but, there was people watching ever since, the Lufthansa incident. So, yeah, he got busted and he lost everything. Lost his pension, lost everything. Lost everything he worked 20 some odd years to get. Dumb. Just like this dude at Aria. Or lady, or they, or shim, or whatever. Just dumb, fun, fake room refunds back to his own credit card. He was just sitting there like, they'll never catch me. Okay, bro, whatever. So, interesting news. What do we got? 101 people. I think I seen something slide on by. You are welcome, Janice. Janice says, thank you for keeping us informed. 5 banana runners kicking off the super chat. Yeah, should have did it in cat, right? Nuts. I mean, Lufthansa was kind of a big deal, but holy cow. Ron Radio is a lucky guy. The entire city of Las Vegas is out of every supply. Yeah. This town is like hurting for certain for some reason. I've been trying to get some stuff. I tried to buy an air filter for my vehicle local. They were bafangul. I had to order one from, I had to order a cable for this camera because I think it's going bad because it's the second time it ganked out. And the only thing is that cable's kind of old, and I had to order an air filter from Amazon. All right, let's see what else. Are you reporting this for, what are you guys talking about? 74% humid? It's hot and humid here in Las Vegas. Are you in Vegas, bro, already? You're already out here? That is awesome. Great Dane Mom says, dumbass. I agree. Dumbass. But 16%. Yeah, this hurricane. What's the name of that? There's a hurricane on the East Coast, Hurricane Lee. I don't think it's following the same path as Hurricane Hillary Clinton, but there's another one, like off the coast of Baja, California, that was looking like it was going to come in this direction, and it just decided to hang a Louie, and it's going a little bit more out to sea. Hurricane something. It ain't Hurricane Bror, but it's Hurricane something. So yeah, we're going to see a little bit of inclement weather, I think. We're going to see the humidity. I think it's going to stay under 100. I think we're just, we're kind of in the home free now, which is it's freaking awesome. It's not out of control. They're out of light bulbs. Dang. That's nuts. How you doing, Bert? Hand sanitizers disappearing off the shelves again. As long as they don't do it with the toilet paper again. I never ran out of toilet paper during the pandemic because I always say I used to go to the Hispanic stores, El Super, Mariana's, joints like that. And they didn't get caught up. The Hispanic community did not get caught up in the whole hysteria. They're just like, you white people can get down with that freaking toilet paper hoard and we're cool. And based on that, I found the best toilet paper ever. Go figure. You only find it in the Spanish stores, but it's affordable. It's not like, $99 a roll. It's fluffy. It's It's good. I got to pass that along. What am I talking about toilet paper for? You brought your toilet paper from Jersey? All right, cool. The shovel. There's a shovel head in the house. I just restored a 77 Caddy coupe. Bet that shit ain't spying on me. Yeah, you are right. Okay, so let's get into it. You arrived a few days ago, getting settled in. You have one chair, all right? See, guys don't take a lot of stuff to get happy. There go Ron. He's happy to be in Vegas. He's got a chair, probably got a TV set up, and he's just chilling like Bob Dylan, right? You feel me? I think people get jealous at how simple things can make guys so happy. You ladies get jealous about that? That we just can be so simple and be so happy at the same time? Tell us, you want to know more about if I wasn't trapped in this box, I'd go get that toilet paper. Maybe I'll put you on pause in between the segments. I'm going to show you that toilet paper. Damn. You brought no furniture. John Wayne takes... That's funny. All right. But the air quality is jacked the F up. It's like you could chew on the air. So, let me drink some of this coffee. Well, some of this espresso. How's the mic sound? I know I'm moving it closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. But the closer I move it, the better it sounds. You gotta admit, right? I gotta put like a sticker on it there. Like a Braw Nation sticker, even if it kills the resale value. I think that'll be boss. Channel Braw or whatever. But we do indeed got stuff to talk about it. Let me go glance over at the clock. Yeah, we are ready to go. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. So, let's do it. So you saw the thumbnail. Your car is spying on you. Your car is spying on you. Trust me, I'm going to show you proof. In the bedroom, I wanted to put in that thumbnail in your bedroom activities, but I didn't know exactly how YT would respond. I did not know exactly how you guys respond. If you're a viewer of the show already, you probably know what bedroom activities are, AKA the knocking of the boots. But the car's not like creeping in the bedroom. But it's coming pretty freaking close. All right, let's take it back a little bit in time. Let me preface this and show you proof. I'm going to show you proof of what's going on out there. But let me take it back a couple of decades. Remember back in the day, let me put this up. That way I could look at the chat too. Remember, not your old car. But, well, I don't know. I got to dig a little deeper. Remember back in the day where people would say, hey, don't talk about certain things on a phone. You're doing some dirt. I'm talking like, gangster dirt, but you're doing some dirt. Nobody wanted to talk on the phone. And then, like, in the 60s, they started saying, well, they can reverse the phone to turn it into a listening device. And everyone's like, it's a bunch of BS, put on your tinfoil hat. But it's been proven. But the modus operandi back in the day was if you had something of any sort of confidence or confidentiality or significance that you did not want other people to have access to, you just wouldn't talk about it on the phone. We all seen the movies. You'd run out to the payphone, scungy, freaking disgusting payphone. You'd slip your quarter in and do your dirt and whatnot. What happened to those days? Because now, we have smart homes and smart devices, and we're like, hey, CIA, you got a great recipe for donuts? Hey, hey, FBI, yeah. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 5 p.m.
Hey, Google, are you spying on me?
The information you share with me makes me a more personal assistant, but you can control what's shared and adjust stored at g.co/assistant/your data. I've also sent a link to your phone.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Tell me if you heard it. If not, I'm going to increase the volume of that. Did you hear what was just said? Not only are it's claiming it is not spying on me, it's sending a link to my phone. So it knows all about my phone and what's on it. Probably knows the pictures in it. You guys didn't hear that? Dang. All right, let me see if I can make it a little more sensitive. All right, you ready? All right, hold on. Let's tweak this you know what? I'll play it later. We'll do it again in a second. I digress. But anyway, I have my house wired too. I have, the Nest system. It turns on and off my lights. It does this. It does that. It's hooked into my car. It's hooked into my phone. It's hooked into Amazon. It's hooked into all my shit, right? And for me, it's too late. It's just simply too late. Because, I'll be honest, I am in... YouTube isn't my only game for you guys who are new out there. I'm also in a startup that's involved with internet security, surveillance, cloud activity applications such as that. So, too late for me. I got the TSA. They scanned my eyeballs, the whole bit. So it's a little too late for me to start worrying about it. It's just for me to start mitigating certain things. Some things you can't. If you have a phone like I'm looking at right here, it's listening to you. Your TV, it's listening to you. Your smartwatch, it's listening to you. Your devices are all just tapped in and they are all listening to you. Let me just get rid of this ad right here. So we know that. So that is an established fact. So we went from worrying about what we're going to say on a phone, running down the block or doing the whole beeper thing and all that, to now we ask these alphabet agencies for recipes and what time it is and every other type of thing. Let's switch up the camera activities a little bit. So that's where we're at now, and it's kind of sad. It is kind of disturbing, but it is a fact of life. However, the last place that you would think you are actually getting watched and viewed and spied on, believe it or not, is your car. But I got proof that it is. Check this out. Let me get this microphone out the way. All right, what do we have here? Well, let me just set this up. Let me look at you while we're doing this. All right, how does that sound? All right, that's a little better. Okay, where did I find this? It's something that I've been studying, and I also found more information through Louis Rossmann. If you're not familiar with Louis Rossmann, he's a great consumer advocate, right to repair, things like that. So big shout out to Louis. You know, he did a lot of the homework that I was prepared to do. So yeah, and I did a little more, but yeah, big shout out to him. Go check out his channel. But dig this. This actually came, let's see if we can get over here. This is the privacy, which is kind of a funny thing to say. This is the privacy notification. Get that back up there. Bonk. This is the privacy notification from Nissan Motors. Nissan Motors. Now, I haven't checked them all, but I will be checking them all. So we'll see what Nissan Motors has to say. All right, this stuff here is standard, but bear with me because it's going to blow your mind. Now, some of this, bear in mind, is based on how they use data from the website when you log in, when you create an account, when you order a car through there, when you contact customer service. They have to tell you what they're doing with the data, but they're telling you where they are getting it from. But just to start the ball rolling on frickin' Nissan MFers, let's see, we're using identifiers such as your real name, alias. So all those like crafty frickin' YouTube names you're coming up with, like Big John 1994, they're tracking that too and making associations with your real name. Don't think that if you come up with some bogus name, you're actually fooling everyone, because they track it. They make a correlation, with your IP addresses, even if you use a VPN. Trust me. Okay, I know these things. All right, they're using your IP address. I just said it. Now they're saying Internet Protocol address, because most people don't know that's a damn IP address. Your signature is being used against you. I do not give out my signature. I make up a signature for just about everything. Like, I have to sign for crap here and there. I go like this. And then everyone takes it anyway, and I could care less. I'm not putting my signature out in the world. Only for like legal documents am I putting my actual signature out in this planet. And you guys should not either, because your signature is being tracked. Compute has become so powerful and so pervasive that they are legitimately figuring out how to track signatures. Holy cow. What are they going to do with it? Direct contact. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. Described above to provide you with products and services. Disclosed for business purposes, yes. All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Financial informations, your bank account, your credit card, your debit card, so we can contact you and sell you even more shit. Who are we giving it to? Service providers and our affiliates. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to keep this as fast as possible. Professional and employment related information, so we can sell you more shit, and we're giving it away. And let's see. We're giving it to third parties. Yay. Commercial information, including records of your personal property. Yay. We're tracking all this shit. We're giving it away. In some cases, they are literally telling you they're selling it. They are selling it. They admit to selling your personal data. Here we go. Information collected directly from your vehicle. What? Let's zoom in on that. Information collected directly from vehicles, aka Nissan Connect. They give it a nice name. It sounds like it's there to help you. As described above. I mean, bending you over. Yes. Who are they? Who's giving it? What are they doing with this information they're gathering from the vehicle? Service providers, could be anyone. Third parties for marketing purposes, could be anyone. Service providers for the provision of services, could be anyone. They're saying nothing. That is saying nothing right there. And they give it a nice name. Information collected directly from vehicles. All right. Why the actual F? Are they collecting personal information from the vehicle? And how the actual F how is your personal information being collected by your vehicle? So they're telling you that their vehicle is gathering intel. It's gathering information on you and passing it along to them. And in order to buy your vehicle from Nissan, like I said, I haven't checked the other manufacturers, but this is a fact. This is a fact. I'm showing it to you. You can, to this day, it is still up there. Go Google Nissan's privacy policy. That's exactly where I got these screenshots. They are admitting that the design of their cars collect data on you and pass the data along to them. And they do whatever the actual F they feel like doing with your data. Because right here, it is so vague and BS what they're doing with it. It's for service providers. What service? What service? It doesn't say to service your vehicle, just the service providers. Third parties for marketing purposes? Which third parties? I'd like to know. Doesn't state. And service providers for the provision of services. Is that some doublespeak bullshit right there? This is when you buy a car, you must sign this. That is buried deep in your contract. You are accepting this. Let's keep going. Geolocation data, platforms including websites, applications, and your freaking car. This is a nice way to say, and your car is spying on you. Nissan Connect. As described, yes, we're hosing you. And we're doing it for the same reasons that we just said above. Yeah. And then they're taking inferences. Well, let me get back over there. I do apologize for that. Then we are taking, read this, inferences drawn from any personal data collected to create a profile about a consumer reflecting the consumer's preferences. It does not say what those preferences are, but we're about to find out. We are literally about to find out. That sounds nice. If you are just, if you're a trusting soul, oh, they are simply just figuring out how to better service my vehicle. They want to find out whether I prefer 16-inch wheels or 14-inch wheels. What's so bad about that? It does not say that. It says we are going to find out your preferences. All right, so it's finding out your preferences and all the sources that they just claimed they would, aka your freaking car, how they're going to use it to target you, targeted marketing and other such bullshit for the same people. Let's continue down this freaking frightening path and you'll see where we're going. Uh-oh. Did we just go there? Yes, we did. All right, now, if you're playing along at home, all you got to do, look what I did. Look how simple this was. All I did was go to their publicly and legally obligated, their publicly and legally obligated privacy policy, which is displayed on their homepage, and I typed F, what is it? I think it's Alt F or Shift F or Function F, and it pulls up the search bar. I typed SEX, and it pulled up 2 references. Why is the word SEX in a data collecting segment of their privacy policy? Well, let's just find out. And maybe we'll take it back a little. Yeah, let's take it back to here. Because we were working on their inferences. Yeah, I'm going to hit you hard in a second. Don't you worry. Inferences. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Slow everything down. Huh. So your car is collecting the following data about you. Your preferences. Oh, wait a second. Didn't I just Google SE? Didn't I just search SEX? Oh, wait, no. Let me not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's slow down. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, Nissan. About the consumer, aka you, who are dumb enough to buy a frickin' Nissan, and probably every other car right now, reflecting the consumer's preferences? Okay. Characteristics. Okay, I'm going to put consumers. That way we don't lose track. Reflecting the consumer's preferences, reflecting the consumer's characteristics, reflecting the consumer's psychological trends, reflecting the consumer's predispositions, reflecting the consumer's behavior, attitudes, reflecting the consumer's intelligence. You're being judged by your freaking car on how smart you are. Reflecting the consumer's abilities and aptitudes. It is judging everything you do, the preferences in your life, the innate characteristics that you have as a human being, your psychological trends, the things that rattle around in your head, your predispositions to buy, sell, cry, fight, figuring all that stuff out, your behavior as a person, your attitude towards things, your actual intelligence level, your abilities to accomplish, I'm assuming, tasks, and your aptitudes regarding life and the things in it. Wow. Freaking wow. And we're not even to the part that you clicked on for yet. And that should freak you the F out. All right. Well, how are they getting this data? The original sources as described above: your car. Your car. the underlying data that is compiled, the snoopity snoop level stuff is being compiled. Why? As they put it, to facilitate targeted marketing as well as for internal reporting and analytic purposes. Why the actual F does Nissan care how intelligent you are, or what you're good at, or what you're bad at, or what your predispositions are, or what your political leanings are, or your preferences, or your overall character as a human being? You can say, oh, that's just for marketing so they can sell you the right toilet paper. That's bullshit, because they're just admitting it's not. They lead with targeted marketing, but then they say for internal reporting and analytics purposes. Who are they reporting to? Riddle me this. Who are they reporting this data to? Yikes. Well, we're not there yet. All right, then they're talking about how they're collecting data from their own people and their job locations, their financial information. So they're snooping on their own people too. It ain't just you and I. So they're just all up in the freaking butts of their employees too. Background checks, independent information for administration of employee benefits and programs, aka they're following you around to make sure you're not committing no fraud. You said you broke your leg, they're going to make sure you broke your leg. And I get it, that's all cool. But they're doing it with their employees too. Direct contact with their employees, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I got to put it in there. Oh, for marketing purposes. Yeah, sure, Nissan. All right, you ready? Okay, you ready? You ready for why you clicked on this? Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Here we go. Let me make this a little bigger. Let's not leave any room for ambiguity here. Remember, this is in their policy. They are telling you by law they have to admit this shit. When was the last time you ever read a privacy agreement? When was the last time you ever read a contract? Some Yuli, buried 9 pages deep. You don't got time for that shit. All right, let's read along. Sensitive personal information, including driver's license number, national or state identification number, citizenship status, immigration status, race, national origin, religion, philosophical beliefs, sexual orientation, sexual activity, precise geolocation, health diagnosis data, and genetic information. Shall we read that again? Or you know what? Let's read it again. I'm going to read it quick. This is what Nissan is admitting to collecting, that its vehicles are collecting from their customers. And it doesn't have anything to do whether it's still being leased, whether you own it outright and you paid cash, it's still doing this. Sensitive personal information, including driver's license, national or state identification number, citizenship status, immigration status, race, national origin, religious or philosophical beliefs, your sexual orientation, your sexual activities, precise geolocations where all this might be taking place, health, diagnosis data, and genetic information. They're getting it through the vehicles. And it's to provide you with better service, to provide connected vehicle services that might utilize or rely on geolocation data. I get that. Hey, Nissan, I was in a crash, come get my ass out of the swamp. There's all these gators around. Okay, why do they need to know what you do in the bedroom? To send out a wrecker. Why the actual F do they need to know who you knock boots with and what your sexual conduct, who you prefer it with, when, where, and why? Why does Nissan need to have that information to serve you as a customer? Answer me that. I'm all ears. Are you a Nissan person? Whatever. I might have shit after this, but I really don't care. I think people need to know about this stuff. They claim it's for internal reporting and analytic purposes. Okay, and to provision some of the services according to the terms that govern these programs. Legal speaking in frickin' tongues. Where's it going? It's going to... Let's get back over. Service providers or their affiliates, including relevant service providers. Which service provider needs to know I'm banging in the backseat of my Pathfinder? And who I'm banging? And what sex they are? Who needs to know that? What affiliate needs to know that? Pornhub? Who needs to know that? Where permitted or with consent, you're giving consent when you sign this, including Nissan's operational. See, if you don't believe me, go frickin' check it out yourself. Including, I pulled this directly off their site, including Nissan's operational or direct marketing purposes. Oh, so if they know that I'm into, skinny brunettes or 400-pound whatever, that's going to help them market? That's going to help them market. They're going to be like, yo, this guy's into, this, that, and the other. And, I think they'll be more comfortable knocking boots in the backseat of a Sentra rather than, what? Who are they collecting this data for? And why? And why? Don't you think there should be some expectation of privacy in your own vehicle? Isn't that an extension of your home, unless you got one wired like this where, they're just listening to everything I do and every one that I do? Don't you have some level of expectation of privacy in your own home at this point? You would think, but that is not the case. How are they collecting this data? I'm not quite sure, but how would they collect it? How would your car collect this type of information on you? Talk about that in a minute, but I want to digress a little bit over to our old friend Tesla. You all know that I always say, I want to sit down and have a conversation with Elon Musk. Whenever someone says, who would you want to have a conversation with? Elon Musk. And it's not because, he's got money. It's not because of this. It's not because of anything. It's because I want to figure out the actual F, whether he's a straight up good guy or the frickin' Antichrist. That's it. That's it. I'm not enamored with celebrity. I'm not enamored with people's money. I could give two shits. I want to know what he's actually up to. Because there is currently, this is the second one. This is the second lawsuit of invasion of privacy concerning Tesla vehicles. It's recently come to light, and they're being sued over this, that Tesla internally looks at okay, let's talk about Tesla for a second. On the exterior of the vehicle, it has cameras, and these are to tell the difference between a fire hydrant and a cat and it's to know if something's too far, too close. You know, it's doing machine learning as you're driving, but it's identifying threats, changing lanes, this, that, and the other. Fine, okay. I might agree to that. I see that. I'm gonna sign off on it. No freaking problem. It has cameras on the inside as well as microphones. Now, why does it have cameras on the inside? It is for you, the consumer. It has cameras on the inside to tell if you're like, and it will alert you to the fact that maybe you're not in the best shape to drive. It will tell if, you know, you have to pay for them. They have a very base mode of the auto drive, but you can pay, I think it's 15,000 or up to pay for the full package, where you can just be chilling like Bob Dylan, you know, cruising up the highway and looking to get arrested too. But you can just autopilot your way through things, and it's supposedly getting better. The FSB, I believe it's called. However, and it's designed to make sure that you're paying attention, that your eyes are on the road, that you're not like, you know, down on a phone like da-da-da-da-da and all this other stuff, you know? That's what the camera is supposed to be doing. The microphones are supposed to be for, you know, hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 6:26 p.m.
It's 6:26 p.m. According to my spy house. However, it's not exactly what it's being used for. It is being used for those purposes. No ifs, ands, or buts. But internally, they've been passing pictures around. They've been passing pictures around the departments. They've been tapping into, the car is sending them information the same way Nissan is sending them information. It's sending it to Tesla X headquarters or whatever, and they're getting to get a nice glimpse into the lives of their consumers, their buyers. What are they seeing? People knocking boots in the back? Women adjusting their bras? People doing naked jumping jacks in their garage because they can turn on the outside cameras too. They're always going. And they're passing them around. They're making memes, internal office memes with customers in compromising situations. You know, I mean, I'm not just talking about, you know, the guy with, you know, he's 2 knuckles deep trying to pick out a boogie or something. We're talking, you know, people knocking boots. We're talking people getting busy. We're talking about all sorts of stuff. You know, some guy, you know, spanking a monkey, all sorts of stuff that you don't want out there. And you know what their response so far has been to this unbelievable breach of personal security? You signed it. You have no expectation in this vehicle. You're allowing us to do this. But take a step back there, Elon. When I read that, I assumed it was for the purposes that you said it was for. To enhance the machine learning, to make sure I wasn't falling asleep at the wheel and gonna crash into a tree. Yes, do it, bro. But to watch me outside of those parameters, I did not sign up for, and that is creepy. And we'll soon find out if it's illegal or not. Just the way your phone is watching you too. You know, never point your phone at some, like a pew-pew. Don't point your phone at something you don't want out on the internet, even if the frickin' thing is off. Telling you, I am telling you, trust me, I know shit. Turn that up, put it in a frickin' dark room, put it in a drawer. So Tesla, they have fun at your expense. Just think back. If you own a Tesla, or if you did own a Tesla, think back. Or think about your past week in your car. Has every moment been something that you want up on the Channel 5 news? Is everything that you've done in your car for the past year something you'd want to share with your significant other? Is everything that you do in your car, and I'm not just talking weird crap, singing, I'm singing in my Tesla, all your embarrassing moments, maybe you're at a stoplight and you're like, popping a pimple or some such nonsense. Someone's watching that and laughing and sharing it in the office via email on a company bulletin board on Slack. Pictures of you. Whoa. That's Tesla. What Tesla's getting sued for right now. Some employee came forward, some whistleblower's like, yo, we be doing some creepy shit up in here. Tesla. All right. But let's get back to Nissan. So Nissan, they be collecting information on your orientations. We're not talking about the first day at work. These type of orientations. Let me put that big, unless you guys missed it. Do you understand how huge this is? Basically, your car is feeding data. So if there's not a hidden camera in your freaking Nissan, there's some microphone activities. If there's not some microphone activities or hidden cameras, where could they possibly be gathering this data from, Bror Fredrik? Well, how about when you connect your phone via Bluetooth? How about that? So you connect your phone via Bluetooth to your Nissan or maybe other manufacturers. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. And you're giving them 100% access to everything on your phone. So, of course, doing all this because you sit in your Nissan. How does it know your citizenship? How does it know what religion or philosophical beliefs that you have? Am I left? Am I right? How does it know my orientation or my activities? Because they're peeping on your phones, bros and broettes. They be peeping it on your phones when you tap in with the Bluetooth for your own convenience, so you can say, hey, call mom when you're on the way to the grocery store. Straight up. Now, I don't know how they're getting your health information. I don't know if this is the car health, but this is all sensitive personal information. So I don't think it's car health, because my car reminds me like once a month to do a health check. Maybe when I press the button, yes, a little prick comes out like the diabetes thing, catches me in the finger, and like it sucks some blood out, and it's doing that. I don't know. But my car is gathering health diagnostic data. Well, not my car, and my genetic information. Okay, Skynet. Oh, wait, Nissan. I meant Nissan, not Skynet. Oh, no. Are you... is this troubling? It troubles me. Oh, how long we're retaining your personal data? Forever and a day. For internal analytic purposes. However, information is generally retained for a shorter period of time, except when usage information is needed to strengthen security or improve the functionality of platform services or products, or when we are legally obligated to retain information for longer periods. Isn't that wonderful legalese? So basically, they're like, F you as long as we want. As long as we want, bros and brosettes. All right, here we go. Remember what they were collecting. Nissan may disclose your personal data and non-personal data as follows. To perform audits. Audits for what? My boot knocking preferences? Am I on a list? 0.04% of all males in the United States prefer this type of boot knocking. Bror Fredrik's one of them. What are they talking about? Legal operation or similar services for Nissan. Oh, they need to know they need to know my genetic makeup. Okay. Let's see what else they're using it for. If they're subpoenaed for a court order or warrant. Why is Nissan acting on behalf of government agencies and law enforcement? Are they compelled? Are they being asked? I bought my car to get from point A to point B. Now, your car can rat out on you if you're speeding. It can rat out on you. You can be like, boy, I wasn't speeding and, smack into a bus and God forbid all that stuff. Your car can rat out on you. It's got a black box and they could say, BS, you were speeding. Your brakes were locked for 96 feet, but the distance was only 84 feet. So, yeah, you hit them pretty freaking. They can do all that. Your car will rat on you. Geolocation has been used to catch stalkers and people violating restraining orders, which is okay. That they do it on the phone. They subpoena Google or Apple and they say, where was Johnny on the night or whatever, when this happened, and bam, Johnny's at the Crossbar Hotel. But your car's doing it too, yo. Your car is your enemy if you buy a Nissan. So let's see what else they're up to, them crafty bastards. They are... whenever it's deemed necessary to protect the safety of individuals, the public, or the security and reliability of Nissan and or website and vehicles. So, Skynet, Nissan, whatever, they're using the data to protect their vehicles from who? All right, what else are they doing with my data? May or may not, any successor or part of the business. Now they're just, now they're speaking some heavy legalese. Blah, 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 blah. Operational or business purposes. So we can sell you some serious satellite radios. Everything's made disclose. It's not saying what they won't disclose. Basically, they're gonna like loose lips sink ship you AF. They're just gonna spill the beans about every aspect of your life, including your sexuality, including your boot knocking activities, including your genetics and your philosophical belief system. Because that's so important to share with third parties. Third party can be anyone. Could be the alphabet agencies. Doesn't say who. There's no asterisks here. Oh my God. Categories of personal information we sell. They be making money off your information on top of all this other craftiness. They are selling it. They sell you a car and then they sell your information to other people. Holy freaking cow. Is this the last one? I think this is the last one. Was that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one. All right, let's jump on back. No, it wasn't the last one, is it? No, yeah, it's the last one. All right, let's scope this out real quick because I thought this was equally interesting. They're going to sell you shit. Identifiers, blah, 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 blah. They are selling your data, your your boot knocking preferences, the whens, the wheres, the hows, the whys, the shit that they find on your phone when you log in with Bluetooth, sold and disclosed for advertising. They are legitimately just absolutely obliterating your privacy as a person and as their customer, and charging you interest to do it. Ain't that just a kick in the absolute nads? So if you don't find this shocking, if you don't find this disturbing, good on you. There are people out in this world who say, you know what? I'm not doing anything wrong. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong either. If I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing dirt, you know? However, it just depends on who you talk to. Because trust me, you're pissing someone off. In your life, you are pissing someone off. You're not above reproach when it comes to certain things. You're pissing someone off on some level somewhere. Maybe not in this administration, maybe the next. Maybe not in this department, maybe that department. But some of what you think might not conform to the powers that be, whether now or in the future. So this belief that I'm not doing anything wrong. Oh, really? According to who? Because anybody can be targeted for any reason as some type of nonconformist. If you ever said, my job sucks, I hate working at the plant XYZ. Someone would love to know that. Your boss would love to know that. The corporate would love to know that and fire your ass. So you're pissing someone off. Nobody is above this. So the whole I'm not doing anything wrong. Yes, you're not performing acts of mayhem, or you're not looking to create chaos and anarchy, but you're pissing someone off. It's just the way it is. And now your car is compliant. Your car is a collaborator. Your car is collaborating with who knows. That was so vague. Who knows who it's collaborating with? They need to know all that things that I just described for internal purposes. And they're going to sell it too, but it's internally for sale. Seriously? Do your research. Find, if someone wants to do a joint venture, go to all the other major auto manufacturers, and all you have to do is find their privacy policy. You do a search and just read the whole thing, but you can do a search to see how freaky deaky it is. Would you believe that a car manufacturer has the words SEX or SEXUAL in their privacy agreement for their customers that they have to sign and agree to purchase a vehicle from them? If you're not, I guess good on you. You like, putting your head in the sand. It's all good. Till sand gets you in the eyes. But I hope you found that interesting. I hope you found that informative. And I hope you get on board with some of the, some of the information that's out there to enhance and harden your security. As I showed you earlier, even your signature is being used against you. The minute you use DocuSign, you're done. You're done. The minute it went into some database, you're done. Your actual signature is being used to formulate things. And someone's in there, some algorithm is in there going, based on the way he makes his K, we think that he believes this, that, and the other thing. Because statistically, anyone who leaves that little leg on the K does this, that, or the other thing. Like frickin' Minority Report. Yikes. Do your research, people. Protect your privacy as much as is possible. Trust me. And I want to hear what you have to say in the comments right now. All right, let's go. Let's see this. Yeah, the mayhem commercials. That's funny. Hey, Zach, how you doing? uh, Nancy says it is freaky deaky. You're doing the wrong stuff and you don't want anyone to know. You out there doing dirt, bro? All right, it is extraordinarily. But you see, no worries. I'm a boring person until you're not. Trust me, there's someone out there who's just like, you know what? Because take it back to what I said about the signature. Someone's out there going, yeah, she seems like a really, really nice person. But look at the way she makes the N in Nancy. You know, only people who do this. You know, one day Nancy's going to snap. Let's keep her on the list. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Nobody's above reproach anymore. Very informative info, Bror says. Maribella. The man is always watching. Well, I'd love to see. I want to see what type of reaction this gets. I don't know lately. If you notice the past two videos, and I spoke on how they're changing the ad policies and stuff like that. Basically, it took away any control I have. They're just steering the ads from now on, for better, for worse. The last two videos, if you noticed, if you're playing along, I finished them. Yesterday's video, I finished at, was it like 6:15? They didn't put it back up for people to watch it until 8 o'clock this morning. And they did that with the video before it, too. Are they looking at, I mean, they used to do it like when I was walking around the strip and whatnot, maybe because there was enough distractions there. They were just looking for music, and within an hour, it's called publishing. First, the video's live. Then they have to transcode it, and anyone who has a link is seeing a non-transcoded version, yada, yada, yada. But then they transcode it into the different flavors, the different bit rates, 320, one for iPhone, one for da-da-da-da-da. It's all the different versions. So it takes them like an hour or so to transcode. And then they check it for copyrights. Then they check it for violations. Then they slap ads all over it. And then they send it back up to be published. That used to all take place inside of like 2 hours. You know, if I was done with a live stream at 7:30, normally by 9 o'clock, you know, it would be up and there'd be another 1,000 views, 1,500 views, whatever, just that evening for people who are joining in late or just found it because it's new. But lately, they've been popping it up the next day, like 8 o'clock in the morning. They did that today, which is bad because it kills my vibe because, you know, day late, dollar short. You know, people want, Bror Fredrik live stream today. I want to see what he had to say and what was going on, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, oh, shit, it's not there. And then the next day, you know, it's already water under the bridge. So they did that twice. They did that this morning, 8 o'clock. Yesterday's video came up. They slapped ads on it. The day before, the video came up. They slapped ads on it and all the rest of that. I don't know if that's going to be the new norm or that's just something, you know, that they're working the bugs out of. I don't know. But that kind of blows. But I'm curious to see because I dropped some I dropped some facts and knowledge. I'm waiting to see what they have to say. Yeah, I mean that's what I said, Stuart. I use DocuSign. We use it for business all the freaking time. In certain categories, we're just done. We're just done for, you know. Especially if you're in business, especially if you're in the corporate world, especially if you wired your house up with stuff, especially if you're an electronics geek, especially if you travel a lot and use TSA pre-check and clear and all that, you're done. But, isn't your car the last bastion that you should have? You know, shouldn't shouldn't you be able to knock boots in the back of your freaking Pathfinder without pictures of it being passed around corporate headquarters or whatnot? You just assume that it's your property. It's your property. There should be an expectation of privacy. But these auto manufacturers and these tech companies don't believe that you should have a reasonable expectation of privacy in your own home or in your own property. And your car is your property. It's an extension of domain. So that's pretty frightening. It is pretty frightening. Yeah, just put a big old friggin' X. You going off grid, brother? Let me know where you at. We'll cache some stuff. You scribble credit card receipts. I signed. Yeah, it's like, when was the last time anyone ever said your signature does not match, sir? Never. I mean, that's an antiquated signature is an antiquated thing from the days of checking accounts. When's the last time you cut a check for anything? Now, I got a checkbook. I don't even know the last time I cut me a check. And would your bank even pick on it? It's so that you will run into problems if you try to dispute something. And you'd say, I never signed that, but you have 99 different signatures, and you say, this is my actual. It runs into, it does. I can't recommend doing it, but me personally, if I'm signing for a freaking package or I'm signing for Walmart, like Walmart comes to your door, they're like, here's your eggs and shit. I'm not signing that. I'm just like, duh. I just go like this. I make a big figure eight, or I draw a tree. Just like, F-U, F1. So I'm not giving these people. That is like, your signature. And all these companies want that. It's like, F you. I ain't giving it. I mean, legal documents, yeah, I got a certain signature per se, but still. Catch me if you can, like the gingerbread man. Orwell was right. Big Brother is watching inside your freaking car and inside your garage. Because as proven with Tesla, the lawsuit also shows that their employees were not only using the interior camera, they were using the exterior cameras while the car was in park in the freaking garage being charged to look around people's houses and catch people in all sorts of things and have either a good laugh at their expense or a good spank at their expense. Because, you're not expecting your car if, you walk out, butt naked. Some people got their washer and dryer in the garage, Walk out there, doing naked jumping jacks and, throw your stuff in the dryer, bend over, stuff some stuff. They're doing freaking colonoscopies over at Tesla there. I hope they pay the price. I hope they get freaking skewered. Yikes. Yep, things have changed. Can we have a discussion with hints to protect privacy? Yes, that is a good idea. I'm going to follow up on all these things that I've been talking about with further information. Yeah, I will do that. I will write that down. Yeah, does anyone still write checks? When was the last time you stood behind someone online, a Pathmark or Bohack? They wrote a check. I can't even remember. X is a legitimate signature. All right. Oh, I'm on top messages. I want to see all the messages. I don't want to leave none. Can you disable the inside? I don't know. I do not know whether you can disable it or not, but that's why I went so far. Now, they didn't come out and say that once you attach your phone to your vehicle, that they have that they're going to snoop your vehicle. However, of course they are. I mean, prove me wrong. Of course they are. They're going to be looking all up in your phone to see what's what. Um, Apple freely admits that it scans your pictures on a regular basis and your data and the websites that you go to protect, you can't say it, children, which I get. But, what if you're one of them people who like, a little cosplay, little like, school outfit, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? What if that's how you get down? It, does the algorithm know? It opens the door for a lot of stuff. I mean, it started out that all this supposed, spying was for marketing. And they continue to tell people this is for marketing. So we can better market products to you. So we can better share, we can provide you with a better buying experience. I don't need a fucking buying experience. I ain't buying what you're selling, bros. But you ain't my bros. I don't want to use that lightly. I ain't buying what they want to sell. You're going to do me a favor by fine-tuning ads that I have to watch on TV? That's a favor? Like, I'd be like, oh, I was just shopping for silverware. You just saved me so much time by popping that up on my screen. Oh, I love this. I love how you're fine-tuning your advertising and turning me into an even more compulsive shopper and consumer. Said no one ever. Said no one. But they actually get away with telling us they're doing it for our benefit. This is for you. So it started out as marketing. Now it's a straight up control. So it told you, I showed you. Don't say I didn't show you. It's figuring out your political beliefs. Why? Who's categorizing who? Okay, on my block, who's left and who's right? Well, this side, in this neighborhood, oh, what? What? Really? My philosophical beliefs. My philosophical beliefs belong to me. Well, they belong to the internet because I'm spitting them left and right, but not all of them. And some I might be like, my car and the auto manufacturer needs to know my philosophical beliefs. Alrighty then, for marketing, so they could better sell me cleanser. Okay. If you want to believe that, go for it. I don't. Now it's being used for nefarious purposes. Some would say control. All the cards that will scam at F1. Oh my God. F1. Oh, let's start by saying FU F1. Yeah, F1 is going to be a train wreck. If you're coming to F1, I would load up like a disposable card before you get hosed. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Trying to earn and keep. What about all those? What does that say? Oops, I did not mean to do that. Tom Mack, I think I just accidentally. I made a mistake. I did not mean to time you out. Let me see if I can untime you out. I don't think I can. I'm sorry, Tom Mack. I accidentally timed you out for 300 seconds. That was a pure accident. I was trying to scroll up and shit happens. What about those robo vacuums? Oh, yeah. Burnschwag. Yeah. Them automatic freaking vacuum cleaners, they're plotting out your house. Why do I not use DJI products coming out of China? Because I'm helping geo-map every inch of the United States for the Chinese Communist Party. F that. Even the government doesn't, certain government agencies won't let you use DJI, and they don't use DJI for that reason. DJI products are proven to send back all the geo data as long with the pictures of everything. Why do you think do you really think that the government's like, we don't want Bror Fredrik flying within 5 miles of an airport because that little 1 pound drone with the plastic propeller blades might take down the 747? It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing, well, a little bit, but it's got, big drone, small plane. But the turbulence created by a plane cutting air would be enough to push a drone out of the way for the most part. Why they don't want people, foreign governments, tapping into the software because we're consuming all these products from China. They don't want them mapping sensitive areas. You think they want me mapping? They think they want me flying over by Nillis Air Force Base? Of course not. Of course not. That's what it's about. That's why you're not allowed to fly, but they tell you it's for safety. They just don't want to be sending all the, we're mapping everything. And you're right, the freaking drones. I'll take it one step further. What happens when you chip your dog? What happens when you chip your dog? Sounds good, right? Chip your dog, in case it gets lost. On the surface, that sounds wonderful. I don't want my dog to get lost. I don't want your dog to get lost. If it ends up getting lost, they bring it to the pound, they scan it. Okay, that's good, and it works, and I'm sure a lot of people have recovered their dogs. However, if you were to leave town in an emergency, under pressure perhaps, would you leave your dog behind? Maybe 50% people would just be like, we're out, we'll leave the dog to fend for itself. But there's a large 50%, maybe better, who knows, that would take their chipped dog with them. Do they really need to track you when they can track your dog? Remember when Easy Pass first came out? You'd go cruising, and you'd go through the toll booth. It's like, I got Easy Pass, yo. And, they would just hit your credit card or back. I mean, in the early days, you used to have to pay in advance for that. It's like, I ain't getting no Easy Pass. I get Easy Pass this, but it's too ubiquitous now. There's, unless you're going completely off grid and gonna like lead line your house or whatnot. But there are certain things you can do to protect your privacy. But what I see now, Jethro is too big. Yeah, it's a thing. Okay. It is 7:00. I did not anticipate going that long, but such is my nature. I like to take the deep dives. I cannot give you that information in 8 minutes or less. For me, it's impossible because I want you to know it. I want you to feel it, and hopefully I would like you to appreciate it too. I want to hear what you got to say in the comments. Tomorrow is one of my favorite days, Ask Me Anything Friday. So have your questions ready. Don't post them when you see me put up the thing. Save your questions. Don't post them in the Facebook group. Just start posting your questions when I go live for the AMA. If not, I'm gonna, because I don't want to be prepared. It's not like I want to ignore anyone or punish them for asking a question too early or something weird like that. I want to answer on the spot. I want you guys to put me on the spot. I want to be spontaneous. I want to read it. I want to answer it. I want to read it. I want to answer it. I just think it's better that way. And that's the true heart of an AMA rather than, reading it the night before or 2 hours early and, figuring out what I want to say. That's what I want to do. So, yes. So tomorrow's AMA, and I will show you at the end of it some wonderful things from my dear friend, and your dear friend as well, Sylvia, which I'm not going to get around to today, but I do want to show you all this wonderful stuff that she blessed me with. So we'll do that tomorrow. I think I'm going to start the AMA a little bit earlier tomorrow. I might start that way. Now I feel like I'm running out of time. I might start it early, possibly 3:30, 4 o'clock, and go for a few hours, or until you guys get bored of asking me questions, or until the questions just become like numb. We'll see. But anyway, I want to thank everyone. All right, let me see if I missed any super chat activities. Nope, we have Janice with the 5 banananas. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate everyone else who sent along some blessings and some thoughts and some comments and all that other good stuff. But I would like you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, a little too late for the super chat, unless it's some last minute, but super thanks after. Click on links, and I want to hear what you have to say in the comment section about the subject, and we can discuss it in even more depth, and also let me know things that you want to talk about. Yeah, I had fun. Well, I don't know if it was fun. It was a little frightening, to be totally honest. You guys like this camera? Sometimes I like that camera angle, but I like to switch it up a little. But I've been noticing that in this camera angle, my eyes don't look blue. They look brown in this camera angle. I don't know if it's the lighting or something I gotta tweak or whatever, but we'll figure it out together. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow for Ask Me Anything Friday. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.